Hey there everybody, Jack Hawthorne here, CEO of Keller Williams Heritage in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm here with the market update. So we got all of our numbers in for May, which is great. So we've locked in all that data, we've been able to evaluate it, and I want to give you some of the key takeaways that will help you make the most informed decision possible when you're evaluating your real estate needs. So the first number that sticks out is really important is obviously how many homes were sold. So last month in May, there were 3,580 homes sold. That shows a 2% decrease over May of last year. That's not unexpected because we have a huge supply crunch and an obvious housing shortage. And so what that means is that we're pretty much right on keel with where we want to be. If we were down 5 or 6%, I'd be concerned, but 2% down, that's not really even worth mentioning. It's kind of just a non-issue for us. So the next big number is how many new listings hit the market. So last month we had 4,621 new listings hit the market. They're still selling very, very quickly. Average days on market is right at 27 days. And so you still have a lot of inventory hitting the market, not anywhere near what we need, but you still have people selling their homes, which is great. We have seen the market soften a little bit. And so that days on market has gone up a little bit to 27 days, but even still, you have listings, but we still need more. So the most shocking number from the numbers that came out in May is the median sales price. So since May of last year, the median sales price has gone up 24% to $348,800. That is absolutely insane. It's also wildly unsustainable. We really want to get back down to a healthy, sustainable growth of 5 to 6% appreciation a year. 24% is wildly out of bounds, and it's happening because we're having such an extreme supply crunch. And if you're wondering, well, you keep saying we have a supply crunch, how do you actually know? What do the numbers actually say about that? A healthy real estate market has roughly a 6-month supply of housing, which means it takes 6 months for the inventory to completely roll over. We are currently sitting at 1.8 months. So we are really far off from what would be considered a healthy market. That means that we still have not anywhere near enough houses for the multitude of buyers coming in. We have a lot of people freaking out saying, well, interest rates are going up, and absolutely they're going up. But at the same time, you can either buy a house now, enjoy that appreciation and the refinance in 2 years, or you can wait 2 years for a lower rate and buy a more expensive home. Either way, you're going to be paying about the same. I would always rather build the equity if given the choice. So when people are freaking out, understand that there's a huge difference between the market going down as far as prices going down and then unreasonable prices being reduced to market rates. So let me give you an example of what that means. If I had someone that said, okay, your house is worth $250,000. You said, I'm going to sell it at $300,000. I mean, okay, we can try, but it's probably not going to sell for that. They list at $300,000. Well, if all of a sudden all those people listing way too high are dropping down to $250,000 or $260,000 and selling at $250,000, $255,000, right where the market says their house actually is marked with comps, that means that they're just reducing down to the normal market rate. It does not mean that prices are going down. And so there's no indication whatsoever that we're expecting prices to go down. And I know I've seen people, prices are going down 30%, 40%, 50%. Just remember that real estate is hyper local. I can't tell you what's going to happen in New York or in California or Wyoming or anywhere else, but I know in San Antonio, every key economic indicator shows that prices are going to stay stable, if not appreciate just a little bit. So we should be looking at more of a reasonable rate of appreciation based on our supply crunch. Now, what do you take from all this information? Generally, this is when you say, okay, there's still a lot of houses on the market, but we need a lot more. We are getting to a place where buyers actually have the ability to negotiate a little bit. They have the ability to pull in some extra things, which is great. I would not call this a buyer's market by any stretch, but they do have a little more power. Ultimately, the key takeaway is that we're not expecting a price crash. We're not expecting this to be a bubble. There's really no indicator that says that. And we've had people that have been waiting for the market to crash for the last decade. It's still probably not going to happen in San Antonio. If you're thinking about buying a house, it's time to jump in. And of course, if you're thinking about listing your house, please sell your house. We need the inventory. As always, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope it helps you make a more informed decision when you're evaluating your options in the real estate market. And of course, if you do decide to buy or sell, make sure to do it with a professional realtor, preferably from Keller Williams Heritage.